Hi, good morning, children. How are you? So, I think all of you have already read that lesson. Hmm? Do you find any difficulty with any terms or anything with that chapter? Do you find anything difficult? Okay, if you have any difficulty in reading or understanding something in that lesson, you can ask me, okay? You can ask me through my personal WhatsApp chat or you can call me anytime. So this class is meant mainly for giving you the notes. I think it is better to give the notes through this video. It is good for you to understand easily, okay? Yes. So in the first chapter, we have learned so many basic geographic facts about India. Okay. So in the previous class, we have learned the latitudinal extent of our country and the longitudinal extent, the neighboring countries, what are the important neighboring countries. And I have already given you an activity to do what write each of the neighboring country and write the Indian states sharing international boundary with that neighboring country. Okay, I hope you have all done that activity. Okay, fine, do it with keep it with you. I will check it later. Okay, so today shall we start the exercises given in the back page and also in the inside that chapter. So the first question was is why the 82 and half degree east meridian is selected as the standard meridian of India. As we know, in order to calculate the standard meridian, in order to avoid the confusion related to time, each and every nation had already taken a particular meridian passing through that particular the respective country as standard meridian. So in India, we have also chosen one standard meridian, which is that 82 and half degree east longitude. So that is our standard meridian or standard longitude. And the local time of that particular longitude is considered as the standard time of our country. So why this longitude is selected as the standard meridian? Let us check what is the reason. So it is given in this picture itself. You can see that. Just for a minute. So here 68 and 7 degree, 68 degree 7 minute east, and in the east it is 97 degree 25 minutes. So this particular dotted line, that is our standard meridian. So why this line is taken as standard meridian? Because it is passing through almost middle of our country. That is why the middle longitude is selected as the standard meridian. Got it? Okay, just a minute. So look here, 68 degrees here and 97 degrees here. In between, this is the middle one. You can calculate from here and here. You can see the difference. Either part of the line, the different line, the number of longitudes are equal, or the same number of longitudes are here in both the sides. That is why this middle longitude or 82 and half degree east longitude is considered as the standard meridian of our country. Okay, fine. So the second question, why is the difference between the durations of day and night hardly felt at Kanyakumari but not so in Kashmir? So the answer is here. Kanyakumari is located near the equator. Okay, which latitude is there passing through that particular part? That is 8 degree 6 minute north latitude, isn't it? 8 degree 4 minute north latitude. So this is very close to the equator than Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so we know that the day and night are almost of 12 hours each on the equator. Hence, places located close to equator do not feel the difference between the duration of day and night. Okay, that is the answer. So you can write it to your notebook. So the next question, the number of union territories along the western and eastern coast. How many union territories now we have? Do you remember? Yes, we have 9 union territories. At present, there are 9 union territories. Which are the 9 union territories we have? Can you name them? This is the first one. Delhi, Chandigarh, that is here between Punjab and Haryana. Then here Daman and Diu, very close to Daman and Diu there is Dadra Nagar Haveli. Then Puducherry is here. Then Lakshadweep, Andaman and Nicobar, and the present, the newly formed Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir. Total 9 union territories: Delhi, Chandigarh, Daman and Diu, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Lakshadweep, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Ladakh, Pondicherry, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Ladakh and Kashmir. These are the 9 union territories. And which are the union territories along the western coast? This is the west coast. One second. This is the west coast. Which are the union territories along the west coast? Yes, we know. In Gujarat and Maharashtra, 2 union territories are there. Daman and Diu and Dadra Nagar Haveli. And no other union territories. But a small portion of Puducherry is here in our state. In the last class also I told you which was that, what was the name? Which is that union territory here in Kannur? Yes, Mahi. That is only a small portion of Puducherry. Puducherry actually it is in Tamil Nadu, okay. So it is not considered as in the western coast. So which are the major union territories? Sorry, the important, the 2 union territories in the western coast, Daman and Diu and Dadra Nagar Haveli. Only 2 along the west coast. And what about the east coast? Yes, Puducherry. This is only union territory in the east coast. Okay, that is that answer of that question. And the states which do not have an international border or lie on the coast. The next question means, what is the meaning of that question? It means the states which do not have any international borders, means do not possess any international border with any other neighboring country, or this coastal region or shares water boundary. Can you name them? Yes, then from the map you can see. Yes, which is that Telangana is here in the south, Telangana. Then Madhya Pradesh. Then here Haryana. And Jharkhand. Here Chhattisgarh. So these are the states which do not have any international boundary or the coastal region. Okay, which are the states? Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, Telangana, Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh. Okay, fine, 5 states. Which are the states? Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and Telangana. Fine, you got that? Yes, next one, classify the states into 4 groups, each having common frontiers with the following the neighboring countries. The first one is Pakistan. Which are the states sharing border with Pakistan? From the map you can see that. The states, Gujarat, then Rajasthan, is Gujarat, Rajasthan and Punjab. And former state here, Jammu Kashmir was also a state with which had boundary with Pakistan, but now that state is divided into 2 union territories, namely Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. So with Pakistan, the states with border with Pakistan, they are Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab, the states. And what about the union territories? Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir also share boundary with Pakistan. Okay, these are the 3 states and 2 union territories. Which are the states? Gujarat, Rajasthan and Punjab. And union territories Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir. Okay. Then what about China? The states sharing boundary with China. China. Yes, you can see there. Which are the states? One second. Yes. Here. States Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. Which are the states? Say once more. Yes, which are the states sharing border with China? Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. Here Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. But an important thing, here we have a neighboring country, Tibet. But China is not considering Tibet as an independent nation. Some confusions are there, some controversies are there. Okay, so now you just study these 3 states, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Arunachal Pradesh, these three states. Only for now you study that the states having border with China are Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Arunachal Pradesh. And nowadays you are hearing so many news regarding the invasion of China in Ladakh, in Galwan region. So here so many problems are arising nowadays. 20 soldiers were martyred in that particular place, Galwan Valley. So you have already seen that or read that in the newspaper. Okay, leave it all that things. You just come to our topic. So the next question, with Myanmar, which are the states which share border with Myanmar? Okay, let's check which are the states. As with Myanmar, Arunachal Pradesh is sharing boundary. Here Arunachal Pradesh, this Arunachal Pradesh is sharing boundary. Then Nagaland, then Manipur and Mizoram. These are the 4 states sharing border with Myanmar. Which are the 4 states? Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram. Okay. You just look at the picture, look at the map in your textbook. Okay. Then you can understand it very easily. Then with Bangladesh, which are the states sharing boundary with Bangladesh? Yes. Look here. West Bengal, then Assam, here West Bengal, then Assam is having boundary, then Meghalaya, then Tripura and Mizoram. How many states? 5 states. West Bengal, Assam, Tripura, Mizoram and Meghalaya. Okay, with Bangladesh, we are sharing, 5 states are sharing boundary. Which are the states? West Bengal, Assam, Tripura, Mizoram and Meghalaya. Okay, and one more interesting thing, this is the longest international boundary. With India, Bangladesh is sharing the longest international boundary. Okay, then one more thing, the largest country neighboring India is China. The largest country neighboring India is China. The largest one, China. Smallest one, Bhutan. And the longest border, it is Bangladesh. Largest neighbor is China. Smallest neighbor is Bhutan. And the longest boundary is with Bangladesh. Is this confusing? You look at the map, then you will understand it very easily. Okay, look here. From the map, you can understand it very easily. Look, Bhutan is the smallest country neighboring India. And what about China? It is the largest country. We know that in area, China is larger than India. So the largest neighboring country is China and the smallest neighboring country is Bhutan. Land neighbors. Okay. Then Bangladesh, the boundary of Bangladesh is longer. Means the longest international boundary or the longest neighboring, the country with longest international boundary with India is Bangladesh. Okay. Don't forget these things. You may confuse with the land boundary of Pakistan. Maybe that. No, this is the longest boundary with Bangladesh. Okay. Okay, dear children, next I'm going to answer that questions in that exercise part. After that multiple choice question, I think all of you have wrote that 5 multiple choice questions in your notebook. The first one, the tropic of Cancer does not pass through, which is the answer, Oriza. Then easternmost latitude, longitude, then that is 97 degree 25 minute east. Then Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal and Sikkim are have common frontier with Nepal. Then if you intend to visit Kavaratti during your summer vacations, which one of the following union territories of India you will be going to? That is Lakshadweep. That is the answer, Lakshadweep. Then next one, my friend hails from a country which does not share land boundary with India. Identify the country. Means odd one out. Bhutan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Tajikistan. Which is that? Tajikistan. Then next, second part, answer the following questions briefly. Name the group of islands lying in the Arabian Sea. From the map you can see that. Which is that? Yes, here. Arabian Sea, a group of islands called Lakshadweep is situated. And what about in Bay of Bengal? That is, yes, Bay of Bengal, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Then second question, name the countries which are larger than India. In the former class, in the last class, we already discussed that. Which are the countries larger than India? Can you name them? The 6 countries: Russia, Canada, USA, China, Brazil and Australia. These are the 6 countries larger than India. Once more, Russia, Canada, USA, China, Brazil and Australia. And the seventh place, our country India. Next question, which island group of India lies to its southeast? Lies to its southeast. 1 second. Southeast means this is south, this is east. Southeast means this portion. Okay. Which is that? Yes, we have neighboring country Sri Lanka. Sorry, the question Yes, the third question, which island group of India lies to the southeast? That is Andaman and Nicobar Islands. And the last question, which island countries are our southern neighbors? The southern neighbors, we have Sri Lanka here. Listen. Sri Lanka here, the southern neighbor. And one more neighbor we have, Maldives. Okay, here, southern neighbors or the ocean neighbors or the 2 neighboring countries in water bodies. Yes, look at this picture. Look at this picture. Yes, here we have Sri Lanka and Maldives. You can see it here. Means south of Lakshadweep we have a neighboring country, Maldives. And among the neighboring countries of India, Maldives, it is the smallest neighboring country. But what about land neighbors? Bhutan. Bhutan is the smallest neighboring country which shares land boundary. But among the neighboring countries, we have the smallest neighboring country named Maldives. Okay, that is south of Lakshadweep. You can see that south of Lakshadweep. And one more island neighboring country we have in the ocean, that is Sri Lanka. Okay, that is all for the second part. Then next question. Wait just a moment. Yes, this is the answer for the third question. The sun rises 2 hours earlier in Arunachal Pradesh as compared to Gujarat in the west, but the watches show the same time. How does this happen? That is the question. So, I showed you that in the first question, the longitudes, why 82 degree and 30-minute east longitude is considered as the standard meridian, because it is passing through almost middle of our country, means not actually the middle portion of the land masses, but among the longitude it is the middle one. Okay, that is why it is considered as the, yes, the standard meridian. So, in order to avoid the confusions regarding the time, we have selected that particular longitude as standard meridian. Okay, this is the answer. India has a vast latitudinal and longitudinal extent. As the sun rises 2 hours earlier in Arunachal Pradesh as compared to Gujarat, a time lag of 2 hours is caused while traveling between the two states. In order to avoid the confusion, the time along the standard meridian of India, that means 82 degree 30-minute east passing through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh UP is taken as the standard time. Hence the watches show the same time. That is the answer. Listen, here 68 degree and 7-minute east is passing, and here 97 degree. This is the standard meridian. So in order to cover this much of longitudes from east to west, this much of longitude should be covered by the earth. So almost 30 longitudes are here. So for 1 degree of longitude, earth takes a time of 4 minutes. This is the time taken to cover 1 degree of longitude. Okay, so for 30 degrees of longitude, it will take 120 minutes. That means 2 hours. So the time difference between Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat is 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours. So when a person is traveling from Arunachal Pradesh to Gujarat, he will feel the time difference. So in order to avoid the confusion regarding time, India is calculating standard time on the base of this particular standard meridian. Okay, I think all of you had got this. So this is the solution. This is the answer for your fourth question. Question was, the central location of India at the head of the Indian Ocean is considered of great significance. Why? That is the question. So what is the answer? The Indian landmass is centrally located between East and West Asia. The part is attached to the Asian continent, connects India to various countries lying to its north, west and east. The part that extends into the Indian Ocean connects India to Europe, West Asia, and Africa in the west, and the other countries of East Asia. The strategic location of India has contributed to the exchange of ideas and flourishing through land and sea since ancient times. This is the reason why its location at the head of the Indian Ocean is significant. You can better understand by this map, through this map. So look at the shape of our country. Yes, the centrally location of our country in the continent, in Asia. Means this particular land area, uh, so many invaders came to our country. Not only invaders, so many ideas of our country also transferred to other countries through this particular land. And with the sea routes, by the sea route, so many foreigners came to India. You know that was the first foreigner, sorry, first European to come to India. Yes, that was Vasco da Gama. In which year? Yes, 1498. That is from Portugal. He arrived our country. That was in our state in Kozhikode Kappad. Okay, through the other means in the former class, in the last class also I told you about this passes, means gaps. The Himalayan passes also gave so many openings, so many way for the foreigners or the people from other countries to enter our country. Okay, so the location of our country is significant in the past and also in the present. Okay, so after that, answer the following questions and all exercises. You have some map skills given in your textbook. I think nine questions are there given in that. You have to mark all these things in a plain outline map. Please do not copy from the textbook. Okay, you just draw it your own. Please remember, you draw it your own. So the first one, the island groups of India lying in the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. From the picture, from the map, you can easily understand it, easily identify that island group. We have, yes, here in Arabian Sea we have Lakshadweep, and in Bay of Bengal we have Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay, in east we have Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and in the west, in Arabian Sea, we have Lakshadweep group of islands. Okay, the second question, the countries constituting Indian subcontinent. First of all, have you had this subcontinent? What do you mean by subcontinent? With your permission, മലയാളത്തിൽ ഇതിനെ ഉപഭൂഖണ്ഡം എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. ഉപഭൂഖണ്ഡം. Continent means ഭൂഖണ്ഡം, and ഉപഭൂഖണ്ഡം, that is subcontinent, means it is a part or area, means a great portion of a continent with a character of its own. That is what is called subcontinent. So this portion is known as Indian subcontinent, this particular portion. Okay, which are the states, sorry, which are the countries in Indian subcontinent? Let us check which are the countries in Indian subcontinent. The first one, yes, our country, India. Then Pakistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Maldives. Okay, these are the seven countries in Indian subcontinent. Okay, which are the countries? India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Maldives. Okay, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Maldives. These are the seven countries in Indian subcontinent. And the next question, the states through which the Tropic of Cancer passes. In the last class I told you. Which are the states, or how many states are there? Yes, 8 states. Through these 8 states, this Tropic of Cancer is passing. Let us check. Yes. So in this picture, in this map, you can see it very clearly. This Tropic of Cancer is passing through this area. Yes, which are the states? Gujarat, then Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura, and Mizoram. These are the 8 states through which the Tropic of Cancer is passing. Yes, once more I am telling the names of that states: Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Jharkhand, West Bengal, then Chhattisgarh, Mizoram, and Tripura. These are the 8 states. May I tell you one easy way to remember these states? As that is like a slogan. Okay, just a minute. Yes. Ra, Ma, Ja, Pa, Mi, Gu, Cha, Tra. Rama Jabami Kuchatra. It is very easy one to remember that 8 states in through which this Tropic of Cancer is passing. Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Ja means JH, Ja, Jharkhand, then Pa, that is Malayalam, we call that state Pachima Bengal. Pa, West Bengal is that. Then MI, Me, Mizoram, Gu, Gujarat, Cha, Chhattisgarh, Tra, Tripura. These are the 8 states. These are the 8 states: Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Mizoram, Gujarat, Chhattisgarh and Tripura. Ramajabami, Guchatra. Can you remember that? If it is finding easy to you, you can just go through that particular thing, or you can remember it easily. Hmm? Yes, next question. Next question is the northernmost latitude in degrees that we know, 37 degrees 6 minute north here, 37 degree 6 minute, and the southernmost is 8 degree 4 minute. Okay, and the next question, the southernmost latitude of the Indian land masses, Indian mainland in degrees, that is 8 degree 4 minute. Then next question, the eastern and westernmost longitude in degrees. Easternmost is 97 degree 25 minute east, and here westernmost 68 degree 7 degree 68 degree 7 minute east. Okay, the next question, the place is situated on the three seas. Yes, can you name that particular place? I told you in the last class about that particular place, the southernmost part of the mainland of India. What is that place? Yes, that is, yes, in Tamil Nadu. KK, what is that? Kanyakumari. Yes, that is the area situated in three seas, Kanyakumari. And next question, the strait separating Sri Lanka from India. The strait. What do you mean by strait? Have you heard about this word? Strait. Strait. Yes. T-R-A-I-T. Strait. Strait means there is a portion of water which separates two large land masses and connects two large water bodies. Strait means a portion, a narrow strip of water which connects two large water bodies and separates two large land masses. Here, the two large land masses are India and Sri Lanka. And the water bodies here are Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean. Okay, Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean. So the water body which connects this Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean and separates Sri Lanka and India. What is the strait? Park Strait. Park Strait. Okay, what do you mean by strait? Strait is a narrow strip of water body which connects two large water bodies and separate two large land masses. And between India and Sri Lanka, there is Park Strait. Okay, and the last question, the Union Territories of India. Let us check that in the map. Earlier I told you how many union territories we have at present. 9 union territories. Okay, which are the 9 union territories? From the north we have Ladakh, then Jammu and Kashmir. Between Punjab and Haryana we have Chandigarh, then Delhi, Daman and Diu, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Puducherry, Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. These are the 9 union territories of India. Which are they? Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir, then National Union Capital of Delhi, then Daman and Diu, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Puducherry, and oh my god, one second, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep. Once more, Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir, Chandigarh, Delhi, Daman and Diu, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Puducherry, Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. These are the 9 union territories. Okay, please do all these things in your map. Please don't copy that from the textbook. You just draw that outline from by seeing that in your notebook and try to mark all these things. Okay, can you do that? Okay, fine. Please do that. So with this, we are wind upping the first lesson. Please do all these things and write all these things, all the notes in your geography notebook. Okay, fine. So shall we wind up this? Okay, fine. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.